River J, I love this question. I feel like this could be probably its own entire video, but self-motivation and discipline when starting your own business. So this is both, this has fluctuated for me. Okay. There have been seasons of my business where I have had too much self motivation, where I'm overworking myself. And then I've had seasons where I have to like umph myself out of things. And there's a couple of things I feel like that have worked for me or that I've learned that help with this. That's not just like discipline. And if you don't like the word discipline, there was a recent live from Sarah Cannon where she talks about how for her, the word discipline has a lot of negative connotation, but for somebody else, they really loved that word. And so regardless of how you view the word self-motivation, discipline, I think what you're really getting at is consistency with following through on what you want to do with your business. So the first thing I'm going to say is super cheesy, but I need you to think about it. And it's why you want your own business. What is the why behind working for yourself and having your own business? And whether it's just to have a side business that pays for itself in the sense that you have a creative business and you want the supplies to be paid for in support, whether it's you want a little bit of extra spending money so that you can spend it on getting your nails done once a month and not having to worry about that being a part of the family budget, or whether it's the complete extreme, which is you know what's funny is as I'm telling you these were the iterations for me. It went from, I would like this to pay for itself. Like I would like my business to support my planner supply needs, and I would like it to pay for itself. Then it went to, oh, I want a little bit of extra spending money so that I can travel and spend on things without tapping into my savings, etc. Then my ultimate why became, no, I could actually make this into I don't even want to say like working for myself full time because I don't work full time at all, but making it my only income, because I want to maximize the amount of hours I can spend with my future children. And at the time when I figured out that why, it was very much future children. I don't even know if Sam and no, we were probably engaged by the time I like discovered that why. So my point is, you don't have to have that ultimate why yet. That's fine. But you need a why. You need a reason why this is something you want to spend your precious hours every day and every week on. There needs to be a reason for you to spend your time doing that. Number 2 is there's got to be a project management system of sorts that helps you be realistic about what you can get done. And y'all know for me, that's the HB90 system. And I talk about it all the time. I talk about it in that How I Plan My Life video. That was the first time I really reviewed it, and I rave about it all the time. You can only sign up once a quarter. So the sign up is going to be in a couple of weeks. I need to make sure that I write that down to talk about in a couple of weeks when it's live, because I feel like I always forget to do it justice. But it doesn't have to be HB90 if that's not what works for you. But you've got to figure out a way to plan out the projects and tasks that you're working on for your business in a way that's realistic. Because what I found happen a lot with me is I would have these big eyes that were like, I could do this project by this date. And I would pull that date out of thin air. It wasn't realistic. And then I would give up, or I would stop being self-motivated to work on it because it was not going to happen. Like there was no way I was going to achieve that. And so around your other commitments that you have going on, because likely starting your own business, it is not necessarily the only thing you have to do on a regular basis. You've got to be realistic about what you can get done, and that's going to help keep you motivated. We are so easily demotivated by things that are too big. Like if it's too big, you're not going to want to work on it because you deep down know that it's not feasible. It doesn't mean that it's not feasible someday. It just means in the timeline you have in your head, it's not feasible. Oh my God, I almost just picked up one of the new merch things. I'm not ready to show it to you yet. To show you the quote. You know the quote. I've said it before. All goals are achievable on the right timeline. The truth is sometimes that timeline is longer than we want it to be. So you've got to figure that out and be a little bit more realistic. Then the last thing I will say is when you find yourself trying to work on a business related thing and you aren't motivated, take a pause and try and figure out what it is that's not motivating you. Because it doesn't mean that everything in your business you're going to love doing all the time, because that's not true. But figure out if that's just what it is. Is this a task in my business that I don't like doing? And if it is, I'm not above bribing yourself to get through it. And or it goes on a list for like someday I'd like to pay somebody else to do this, right? Like when it came to me with editing, that was a big one for me. Or is it that you're just tired and you need to rest and that's why you're not being disciplined or motivated to work on this task? Or is it that this piece of your business doesn't feel like it fits? One of the most beautiful and terrifying and awesome and scary things about owning your own business is that you are in complete control of what gets to be a part of your business and what isn't a part of your business. And that means that sometimes if you're either about to do a task or you need to do a task or you're in the middle of a task and you're like, I don't like this, figure out what you might be able to do about that differently. I don't know if I'm comfortable to share the example that's like actually in my head, but there was a piece of my business that when I found myself doing it, I was like, this doesn't feel right. Like this doesn't feel like I want it to be here. And I am in control of making that not part of it and making those changes. Even if it's a little scary sometimes. But sit back and like think about it. Think about or like I said before, or is it too big? That could be the other one. Typically, I've found for myself, it's one of those things. I truly don't like this task and in which I need to bribe my way through it and make a goal to outsource it. B, it's too big and I need to make it smaller. C, I am tired and I need to rest and not work on this right now. Or 4, it is not right for my business and I need to remove it somehow. Probably could make that whole thing its own video, but that I hope that was helpful for you, River J. You're always welcome also to message me on Instagram if you want to chat about it further with any specifics to you and your business. But just know the last thing. Okay. And then I'll move on because I see another question. Your business is allowed to be an ever evolving thing. You are, as a human, are ever evolving and changing and growing and learning and all of the things. And so your business can be the same way. You're not making this decision about forever.